Hey Rose, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing wonderful. I am doing fabulous tonight. Look, I want to talk about this. Sometimes people have sibling rivalry where something might happen a long time ago and somebody's still holding on to something that happened when they were younger, when they was kids. And then sometimes they grow up and they have these odds against your children. They're not gonna show it like straight up maliciously, to your children. I don't like your mom. I don't like your dad. But what happens is that once that person has a relationship with your child, they may lead them in the wrong direction on purpose. And I've experienced that in my life where, a family member, led me in the wrong direction and I suffered because of that misdirection. But sometimes they want to hurt the sibling, their brother or their sister, indirectly because they never solved it, or maybe it was nothing really big. They might have been always jealous or envious, and when you get a hold to their child, they want to take their children through all this situation and blase, blase, blase. I would ask you guys not to do that. If anybody's in the midst of misleading their nieces or nephews or even cousins or whatever, but I'm talking about sibling rivalry right now, please don't do that because that child has nothing to do with whatever is going on with you and your sibling. Nothing. They're an innocent bystander that you're deciding to do this mischievous deed with that has not done anything to you. And must I remind you, it's coming back to you with your child or your grandchild. It doesn't stop. Once a wave hits, it just destroys everything. Don't do that. These children are not deserving of the mistreatment. And, people need to learn to forgive for whatever happened. If you can't forgive, then, don't keep reliving it, you know. But, and that goes also into, the friend aspects. I had some friends that were not friends. You know how we call people friends until we learn what a friend is. And, it's like this. They'll take you, to go get some liquor and some weed and take you to the strip club, but they won't give you a ride to work. They'll take you to the store and buy you some cigarettes, but won't give you $20 for gas. They'll take you to go cheat on your partner, but they won't take your kids to school. Helping. They'll hurt you, but they're not going to help you. And they'll help you hurt yourself, but they ain't going to help you help yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes it takes a while, to, get to that point where you understand, what's really going on. Like Marvin Gaye say, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. So get back to the first aspect I was speaking of is when I was led down the wrong direction. But I say this to you, and I say it real, and I say it loud. God had watched over me with that evil deed that was supposed to turn out this way. It worked out for my good, but all of it wasn't good. I've seen where God has kept me from all kinds of situationships. You know what I'm saying? All kind of things could have went bad. That's why I just tell the Lord thank you. Sometimes we're not satisfied enough in our lives just to say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And I am not a religious person. I am a purposeful person. And I believe the Bible is a purposeful book. It's used for a purpose to help you in some situations that you get to understand that if you continue to go this way, or if you go this way or that way, what'll happen. And one thing I want to say this before I go. God is not watching you, waiting to get you. He's not looking at you, wait till she do something, wait till he do something. The punishment comes with the sin. When God set everything in motion from the beginning, like the waves that go back on the ocean constantly, and it stays in its boundaries, how the sun goes up and comes down, how the moon sets, how the clouds are in the sky. He set everything in motion. So when he tells you not to do something, he ain't watching you trying to make sure you don't do it. He is telling you, if you do it, what's going to happen. And the punishment is in the sin. That's why people don't understand reaping and sowing. It's like if you put a seed in the ground, just say you put a watermelon seed in the ground. As it germinates, then once it breaks into the light, it starts producing the fruit that's in the root. So whatever you got buried, whatever you do, good, bad, or indifferent, the root is going to bear your fruit. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope that we start loving each other more. Stop trying to sabotage one to another, because it just comes back to you. It may not come to you in the same way that you did it, but it's coming because you set it in motion. Once you start it, it's going to finish. So I hope that helped you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. And as I say, get it before it gets you. I'm out.